Hello, hi, Greg Marshall back from the Invincible Truth. This evening's image, I'm going to go back to the retrospect of those who came before us. And there was a remarkable young man, full of strength and absolute faith. And actually, I decided to make this a series. I want to share with you. This was a sculpture I had in postgrad. We were the first postgrads to have an exhibition, and I exhibited elsewhere afterwards. But each ring, the top one would be Gia, this second one would be Ryan White, which I'm giving you the name of the gentleman we're going to be talking about this evening, and the bottom is David Rejection, which we'll go on to talk about in another video. So, the story of Ryan was, he was a hemophiliac, and he contracted AIDS through a blood transfusion during a time of high political chaos, denial from the president that this was even a issue to look at, or let alone be a plague, and this delay delayed them filtering blood through the blood banks, and in all one horrible, terrific, magnificent moment, ACT UP came along, but this little boy, and the delay of research was because it was to affect a gay man, and didn't want those. So as he came to get this contract AIDS from a blood transfusion, he became immediately ostracized everywhere that he went. His school, his church. There's a Lifetime movie about his life, if you'd like to watch it in high detail. So I took time to reflect on him and how he who came before me, myself dealing with issues during that time. I have a quite detailed story which is getting ready to be put into the reading section at Spotify. And this is not about woe me. This is about celebrating those who came before and made a real difference in the world and opened eyes of people that fear, creates death, and sometimes it's just taking the time to understand. So I will, through the painting and what we're going to collage with, keep on telling parts of the story as I go through. I'm going to let you know tonight is a complete experiment. I've been researching some different painting techniques. I'm going to work this on, and because I wanted to make this a triumphal image for him and not sad, I went to the flowers of hope. And one that stuck out to me was the daffodil. So I have here, if you plan to try to do something like this, printed images of them at all angles so I can reference, because what I plan to do is go in, give it a background, dry it, collage a bit, and then I'm going to go over and add these daffodils on top of it, and we're going to see how that goes. So without further ado, I've selected colors here that I brought forward, from the soft pinks, taupes, browns, yellows, some greens, and we also will be the Liquitex medium that we use to attach the collages will also be a thickener for our paint as we do the top painting. So without further ado, I'm going to promise try not to talk too much again, and we're going to get into the painting. And I changed the back wall today because this was a previous collage that I had done on my life at the time it was going on, which is kind of really was all around. I have a wild story. Anyway, I look forward to sharing that with you in the written form. So I am going to cut in as I can. Canvas. And I'm going to promise not to talk, and we're going to begin to paint. Okay, I have, still damp, so we're going to do a little bit more drying time. I pre-gessoed as I always would do. And we're just going to dry this layer. it's good to have a towel, clean brush, cleaned it from the gesso. And now we're just going to go on to getting color on the page. And we can take us this tool. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about my composition. And I mentioned that earlier that 3 fingers in from any corner and 3 fingers up is a great spot, off-centered. It doesn't make it stagnant. You can have 2 over the horizon line above. You know, you can do it any way that works for you. That is important. Okay. So if not overworking, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do some drying. palette aside. And I've stacked the images I've looked for in categories. So to begin, I think it's always great. I think it's always great to start with the main picture of who. And watch if you pick up paint from undried areas, you can remedy that right away. And the reason I'm cutting while we're doing this tonight, because I really want you to experience my process when I'm not filming. I like to believe that I've some cutting techniques that cuts down time. But it for me, it really helps with the whole flow. So we have him down, and something I want to mention that Elton John, when this boy was going through the thick of it, came to this gentle boy, this little boy's rescue, and he helped quiet the hysteria within the town and made sure he had protection, because unfortunately, sad to say, even after this young man died, they vandalized his grave. You know, there's a great poet, Emily Dickinson, and she'll say, "Let the truth be told slant, or for all the world be blind." And this is quite true. And this was a very, and still is to this day, a very slanted story. And I'm going to put him up here because, like Gia, he went beyond. But in his wake, there's a foundation that helps HIV people or people with AIDS, called the Osherbaum program, that helps with dental work that maybe your insurance is not covering for you. So even in his wake, this boy left a legacy of love and kindness, and he helped the world. We want to believe he helped the world to see that. So I'm just going to go in and do some, starting with this image here from People's Magazine. dissect it so I can get what is amazing that's in print on, because words have meaning. And we need to use those words to ignite feelings in people, and hopefully it brings them to a better place. It maybe gives them a view of what their previous position was from being unlearned. You know, and anger also is another emotion that is just fear, acting out, unknown. And no one wants to look like they're scared, right? Terrible. But in all, it's a growth. It's a lesson. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to get this in here. Clean my brush, it picked up some of the paint. Okay. So that was one part of your story I wanted to share with you, how this beautiful man came and he helped this little boy and feeling safe within his own town. There was also other artists, Keith Haring and Bansky. Bansky so much released the graffiti, the painting on the walls, the lodge art, the speak out, the anarchists. So I'm going to use some of their images in with this because the message is much the same. You know, and I may print a lot of things, and the reason I'm doing this tonight is as I go through each section, I use what I find is adequate for the expression, and I leave the rest behind, but it's there as a resource, so that's always a good feeling. Let me see if I can. interject this further. And just sealing that message here. Like that. And because I have some political pieces, this one also. Go, and he begins to be ostracized. He's banned from school. Very sad. Attack his grave, even after he was dead. They still, in lack of education and ignorance, keep to torture this young man. But there's one thing that's noted, that through this all, he kept a very positive attitude. Okay, some of these images are quite I'm going to take I'm going to take these two images here, I'm going to overlap them, and I'm going to get them in, but I'm going to have the message scattered about. Cut in half. to cut the half and half again. I'm going to angle the corners because I like hearing the word shard. Collage. So you see. This is his gravestone. God bless him. God bless him. Let's see. Yeah, we want his eyes. And now I got that in there. So, we went through a time ostracized, thrown out of his school, and even to after his passing, it took quite a while for people to become educated. And I'm just going to use I'm going to take these two images here, because this just brings in the president who was responsible for all of this ignoring, homophobic, governments. I might mention hypocritically homosexual, homophobic governments. Oh yeah. See, at the time, there was an attorney, Roy Cohen, who was actually training a present day president. We don't know what that's about. But he was a closeted homosexual himself. He died of AIDS in denial. I believe Victoria Hospital in New York. Saying he had liver cancer. And you can see explicit stories about Trump and him in the movie Coward Victim Bully. Or Bully Coward Victim. Yeah. Something else. But anyhow, I'll just hope love finds its way. Okay, let's get a little peek into this in here. And this message overlapped. Silence created death. Death. And a political monster in denial. See, this is what I tell you. I cut, and I overcut sometimes. Let me see if I can get a really cool spot for this somewhere. And you need to cut quick. You just turn the paper with the scissors. Zero image quickly, but it's not that complicated. I just thought that would look great right here. Okay, I have some quotes over here that I could interject. Okay, just to keep the video moving right along, I picked a couple, and it's going to be the last we're going to add in the collage, and then we're going to go on to the painting. And just as I was looking through these quotes, it reiterates what I mentioned about this young man. He never ever pitied himself. Came from a place of complete innocence, and he actually, with the sacrifice of his life, which is sad to say, hopefully created an education and teaching how people to be kind. quote. People would get up and leave. So they would not have to sit anywhere near me. Yeah, so that's the cutting and collaging section that I'm going to do with this layer. And I'm going to make sure we have a top coat on all of our collage right now. Okay, I believe we have it all covered now. So I'm going to go into a drying period, and then we're going to get into our top painting. this section. I'm going to get my towel back, get my hands as clean as I can, bring my palette back, and we're going to begin by looking at the daffodil reference and looking this as if a blank canvas, and we're going to go in and do I'm going to use a square brush for the moment. I'm going to try to get this. We're going as impressionist as possible. I think we look lovely with one. Here. And I'm using the brown we have another one here. You just want to kind of get the feel of where then we have one sort of open face here. Let's play this. Over here. And I thought that I have one that has a looking down and then okay, so I kind of get that in there, and we're going to go in now, and we're going to create some petals. And we're going to work with this tool right here. I think the larger one's going to work better for me. And again, we're not trying to do exact. Just want to put color on. And we're going to go back to that little deeper color or the center. Let's make it colorful. Colorful as we'd like. And always keep some paper towels around to clean your tool. And off of that, to maybe bring petals. That comes at us. This one goes away. This one goes away. And now we're going to go in. I'm feeling this, guys. I'm liking it. And we're going to do our next. Our third one right here. And petals. Okay, so we have our 3 marked in up here. Now let's go to our lower ones here. This one sort of. You just see the inside of it, basically. But now we're going to go in. Add the petals that are coming off them. There. Maybe another one behind it. So now I'm actually going to go to my palette knife. And let's try to get some more detail in here. I'm going to bring in some white so I get a lighter yellow. need to really work from my own imagination. And what I'm going to do to add a little more viscosity to the paints, I'm going to gather some of our medium and I'm going to mix it in to get I'm going to go in now and get some leaves, just some leaves going on. And I'm going to use this square brush. Giving half my brush in the green and half in the yellow. And I am learning this right along with you. Which makes me quite happy. And feel free to leave any comments you like about the subject matter or any technique. I'll be glad to address them and create a dialogue with you. So this is my second image, and paying honor and retrospect, and just plain out respect. To those who came before us. Just to add some continuity, I'm going to do some other lines. And as I mentioned, this is the first time with this, and they assured me with practice I'll get better. So I'll be doing just that. There, I'm going to stop there. I'll bring you closer in on the image, and I will post a dry one when it's completely dry. And in closing, I'd like to thank you for spending this time with me to create this, and to take the point of view when creating something and reflecting back on people that had meant a lot in your life, even though you didn't even know them, how they fought the same battle and they were not alone. So if you like this journey, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing the next part of this try image section with you. And we'll be doing David Wojcinski. So until then, stay safe. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.